had a shot at goal, 45-degree angle, about 40 metres out from goal. She's going to line up. She sends it on its way, low flat kick, won't have the distance, but a great mark in front taken by Christina Bernardi. Richmond AFLW player dropped from the side the last 2 weeks. Now she will line up on that same 45-degree angle, but only about 15 metres from goal. Three goals in the practice game last week against Casey, and she has Port Melbourne's first goal. Their first goal in their history and the first goal for VFLW 2021. 1-1-6 leads North Melbourne, yet to score. Tanner and Hamilton go for it. Lukoski Hay again at the stoppage gets the kick. Kick was touched. Kais on the left, snap towards goal. Wilson got the half volley. And we'll get the free kick for high contact from Megan Lawrence. So exactly. In she comes, pops it on its way, straight over the goalkeeper's hat, and it's a goal. Port Melbourne get their second of the morning. It's 2-1-13 to North Melbourne, 1 straight 6-8.
Yeah, she was down the ground for quite a long time after the tackle she had before, and she's getting a lot of attention there from the head, so hopefully all is well with that.
Inside 50, Bernardi, banana around the body, bounces through for a goal. That is spectacular, Christina Bernardi. Just inside from the boundary line, 30 metres out from goal. And then
stand next to her! Stand next to her!
Traps it just out in front, McNamara. She's in pursuit, so is Wilson, so is Megan North Melbourne. One over the top, McNamara. Very close to the woman on the mark. Sends the kick on the way. Just as the time for half-time sounds. Port Melbourne with another goal to their lead.
Yeah, well, as such mentioned, they don't get this red ball up, haven't they? And North are really struggling to get through it. And I think also maybe looking a little bit tired as well.
Oh, Lasoski Hayes got the mark at half forward, played on, sold the candy, ball to the hot spot, and just over the top. Directly in front, plucked the mark out of the air. Can she kick the first goal of the third quarter? She can. Alice Edmonds gets the 5th goal on the scoreboard.
Port Melbourne player by Lawrence. Umpire said it was fair. Going in there is Bramage to lay the tackle. The Roos trying to get a kick away through Slade, who was smothered immediately off her boot. Taken away there by Alice Edmonds. Edmond goes inside 50, trying to find Sophie Locke. Sophie Locke on the right boot! Goal of the day contender from Sophie Locke for the Borough, and they go out to 6-6-42. North Melbourne 2-1-13.
Sends it inside 50, looking for Harley. Harley has to make the punch from the back. Wilson dribbles to her feet, got the handle with Kais, shot on goal. Perfect. Port Melbourne get their first of the fourth quarter.
Greenacre had it, lost it, has to go back and get it again close towards the boundary line. In fact, her teammate and Clawman's Moller picked it up and from the pocket kicked it straight down the throat of the Port Melbourne captain, and Melissa Kais. Dutchie looks for Bernardi! Christina Bernardi, slow approach, kicks, Bernardi, kicks the goal for Port Melbourne, and they go out to 8-7-55. They lead by 33 points. North Melbourne 3-4-22. Replaced by Marnie Jarvis for the Blues. Quick little hand pass out of the pack there. Pip Pesky goes long inside 50. Emily Harley trying to chase after the football. The Blues opponent gets shoved off the ball. Harley went to ground, tried to do the old scoop job. Now on the left boot, it's Sophie Locke, and she gets the first score of the day.
Kayla Peterson she tries to get to, but can't quite get to her. Borough go forward once again. Coletti's back there. So is Lou. It'll fall back into the hands of Coletti, but it's an error for the Blues, and it's a goal to Claire Dyer for the Port Melbourne Borough. That's their second of the day. It takes their score to 2-12, and the Blues are 1-1-7. We're just about still running onto it. From outside 50, she has a ping at goals. There's a couple of Carlton players there. There's a couple of Port Melbourne players there too. Kate Adams is lurking. She can't quite get to it. Sophie Locke's lurking. She's kicked one goal today. Can she kick a second? She absolutely can. And it's from the boundary line just to top it off. Sophie Locke, if you don't mind, gets Port Melbourne's third goal for the day. They're 3-3-21. The Blues are 1-1-7, and it looks like the Borough are running away with this one in the second quarter. M. Fox. For about 2 years, I think it was, and now she's over at the Borough, finding her new way here. So she goes inside 50 now. There's a couple of Borough players that fly. Is it a mark? It is. That's a great grab That's a great grab there by Laura McClellan there for the Borough. The AFLW listed Richmond player goes inboard now. Short kick to Harley on the lead is a great one. So Emily Harley could go for her second mark of the day, but could go for her first goal of the day. So
wind up and have a shot.
So Emily Harley, she's straight in front, gets a nice big distance off the boot. Can it get touched on the line? It can't. So Emily Harley gets a goal for the Port Melbourne Borough, and it takes their score to 4-4-28. The Blues are 1-1-7.
And I don't reckon it's much friendly advice, such as this is where you should buy real estate. And talking about real estate, she's getting a fair amount of it here, Holly Bailey. She plays on because there's no one on the mark. Dances around one player. Holly Bailey pulled the kick at the last second from 40 metres out. Went to the top of the square. Guess who? It's Sophie Locke. She plays on quickly, says, I know what I'm doing. I don't need the camera time. Bang, goal. Sophie Locke's third of the day, and Port Melbourne go out to 5-5-35. Carlton 1-1-7.
That she belongs at the next level up.
So the ball's back in play now, and it's met immediately by a bunch of Port Melbourne and Carlton players. The umpire will pick out a free kick, it looks like.
Yeah, it was umpire off the play.
We love that. Umpires working together, and it looks like it will fall in the hands of Pip Peschke, the former Hawk. One of 5 former Hawks I just counted in the Port Melbourne side. She joins Claire Dyer, Abby Tanner, Ellie McDonald, and Melissa Kyes obviously as well. So a couple of former Hawks there, not only Richmond AFLW listed players. So a variety of experience there for Port Melbourne. So Pip Peschke will have a chance to kick her first goal for the Port Melbourne Borough. Straight through the middle. She celebrates before she even gets through the kick. And it's Port Melbourne's 6th goal of the day. Pip Peschke's first for the club in her debut. And the Borough keep trotting along. They're 6-5-41. The Blues are 1-3-9. Sean to Borg. Borg gets it forward once again. And the Borough have a little bit of running carry now towards 50. Hannah McLaren's right at the top of the 50. She takes a good mark and now goes back to assess her options. Bramage is there. The kick goes past her. She'll have to run onto it. Can't quite get there. Coletti's there for the Blues as she has been for the whole game. Has to mop it up on ground level. What's the umpire going to do here? He's circling, but he does just call a ball up. So we're deep inside 50 for the Borough, just outside the goal square. And they'll have a chance to kick their 7th goal of the day if they're successful in this ball up here. So the umpire will go again. And so will the Borough. Locke's there for the Borough, who's been hot today. She can kick her 4th of the day, but no, she can't. Lazowski, hey, can have a go at the goals instead. Bounces once, bounces twice, through the middle, and Luca Lazowski, hey, kicks her 1st of the day, kicks Port Melbourne's 7th of the day. They're steaming away with this one at 7-5-47. The Blues are 1-3-9. It's inboard now to her captain in Mel Kyes. Kyes goes in for a nice kick inside 50, just threads the needle to Sansonetti, it looks like. Goes on the boot to try and go towards goal, and it just gets in there. That was a brilliant move, passage of play.
Round to the other to get in position. That kills 30 seconds on the clock.
So it was clever play by the Borough Adina. It's clever play now. McClellan gets some quick hands there to McDonald. McDonald's chasing the ball. She gets past one, gets past the other, gets past another player. Handballs it off to Harley. Can kick a goal. Her 2nd for the day. Port Melbourne's 9th. And wow, the Port Melbourne Borough keep on keeping on. It's 9-5-59 to 2-3-15. Have a ball up just outside Port Melbourne's goal square. So they'll get the tap out. Quick snap.
Oh, yes.
It's good. Sarah McNamara, take a bow. You've kicked your first goal for the Borough. It's 1-1-7. Williamstown yet to score.
Crack at it now. The hurry kick around the corner. Sophie Locke. Sophie Locke's on the candy. Sophie Locke on the right. And they go out to 2-3-15. And on the VFLW YouTube stream.
Throw the ball in. As usual, they do have to come in 10 metres to get the ball moving through the corridor. The umpire's picked out a free kick though, and it's going to go the way of the Borough. So we'll have a set shot here early in the second term. Pretty much straight in front, I'd say. She goes for a quick run in now. Gets over the player on the mark. Gets some good distance on it. It's a beautifully straight kick, and Cleo Saxon-Jones take a bow. That is a beautiful kick to get the scoring underway in the second quarter for the Borough. So Clean Saxon-Jones gets her first of the day. Ducks one way, ducks the other, and now kicks it towards the boundary line. But it goes straight to the hands of the Borough. The Borough will have a chance to go back inside 50 and straight into the hands of Sarah McNamara, who can go for her second goal of the day. She's about 30 metres out on a slight angle and will aim for a second of the day. Alex Doherty, what did you make of that passage of play?
Yeah, that's very good, and again, very quick, very direct from Port Melbourne. You can see they're trying to go really quick anytime they've got the ball inside 50. Maybe Monaghan here just having a spell as well. Very interesting to see her play a little bit more in the midfield today.
Yeah, spot on, Alex. So Sarah McNamara comes in for a kick, gets it nicely off the boot. Does it go all the way? It does! Sarah McNamara with her second of the day gets Port Melbourne's fifth goal of the day.
Permanently off the ground, it's in the forward pocket. Kai's jumped all over and tries to keep the football alive here for Williamstown. Harsh tackle comes in. Umpire says it's fair. And no, pulled out the free kick. No, and she'll dish it off. Thanks for making a fool of me. And instead, it's Holly Bailey who will end up with it on a very tight angle. Quick thoughts from Sasha Doherty?
Yeah, interesting decision there. I'm not really sure, but I mean, let's hope for them it pays off.
Holly Bailey put it over the goal umpire's hat. The flag waves from behind the goals. The crowd of at least 250 to 300 in the grandstand applaud.
McNamara, clean pick-up off ground level in these conditions was fantastic. Sophie Locke with the contested mark was fantastic. Back with the flight, she says, I'll take a set shot. Count me in, umpire. I'm 40 metres out, directly in front. So Sophie Locke runs in for what will be her second goal of the day. Gets it nicely off the boot. Is it accurate? Goal umpire doesn't have to move. It is accurate. It's a second goal for Sophie Locke. It's a seventh goal for Port Melbourne.
Instead, now gets it to the advantage of Phoebe Monaghan. She's away, but Anthony was on her hammer. It affected the kick. It is long. It is towards the pocket. Bouncing close towards the boundary line. Here comes Bridie Kennedy. Got a circle around. Went with a home pass backwards. Now they kick it in towards the hot spot, and taking the mark is Emily Harley. Emily Harley, 45-degree angle, will be kicking from approximately 40 metres out from goal. Puts it on the right boot, and it sails straight over the goal umpire's hat. To go back and get it again. One step, put it on the left boot. Lovely floating kick. Oh, Cleo Saxon-Jones had it momentarily. Couldn't hang on to the pill. Picked up off the ground, though, by Emily Harley. Alexa works sideways, diving for the mark. Will they pay it to McNamara? No, they won't. Gave up the little hand pass, so the Claire does. Who bends it round the corner for the Borough? Barton out wide if she wants to go to her. Elects to go down the corridor, though, with a long thumping kick. Harley! Emily Harley just stood there like a tower and says, I shall not be moved. Looking for a second today, Richmond AFLW listed footballer Emily Harley. Oh, has it got the distance? It has!
That was a mung.
just assessing her options down the field, and now she'll send one up towards half forward. Morgan with her name all over. Well, just come off the hand and out the back to McNamara to full forward. Saxon Jones in front. Great hands above her head. And Cleo Saxon Jones, it's been an almost first half for her. She can go back and kick a late goal for the Borough. 2 goals from a couple of games. Cleo Saxon Jones, slide angle. Only 20 out, no worries at all. The first goal of the afternoon for Cleo Saxon Jones, and it's a 4-goal first half now for the Borough.
Boot, awkward bounce going into the half-forward play position. Kennedy gets on the left boot. Cleo Saxon Jones puts herself underneath it. Here comes Emily Harley fighting for the football. Went back, had to go get it again. Got brought to ground. Soccer skills off the ground. Ole, ole, ole. What goal for the Borough? I think that's Kate Adams. Just came through, didn't pick it up, was kind of going to ground and says, I'll just stick the leg out.
Up towards half forward. It's a nice take here by McNamara. Inside 50 and a great mark in front taken by Cleo Saxon Jones, who kicked one of those late goals in that first half for Port Melbourne.
From at ground level, does it a lot.
Right in front from about 35 out. Cleo Saxon Jones skips in,
That's
sends
Bruce.
it on its way. Has it got the carry? It has. She has her second. Tried to pinch it from her teammate, and she did in the end. And now up towards half forward, and it's McDonald again. Handball to McKay. This would make it interesting. Emma McKay on the left. She's just shanked that one a little bit, and it's bouncing away. And that was, I think, Lisa Davey there for Port Melbourne, who's very relieved to see that bounce through for a minor score, and that cuts the margin now to 11 points. And that is the final score, ladies and gentlemen. Port Melbourne knock off the Bombers and go back to the top of the table. 6-2-38 the Borough, 4-3-27 the Bombers. The Borough too good here on a Sunday afternoon at the Hangar.
Port Melbourne supporters, and they always travel in good numbers, clapping their side off the ground. In fact, the Port Melbourne players also applauding their supporters as well to thank them for travelling down today.
handball into Bailey, got it to Wilson. High up and under kick, going back to that Frederick. Goes through her routine. Few quick steps, puts it through.
Wilson comes on in and works with the footy. To go short. Gets it off, and now she has a shot on goal from a very good angle. Pretty shot. This didn't help you. And it's
there from Port was Smith. So it goes into the Port's forward 50. Beautiful mark there. Taken by, looks like Harley.
And Wilson's going to go and tell her teammates, no, that's exactly what I was aiming to do. Even though
it's a very good kick, so even with the tough angle, I'll back her in here.
So it's Harley who leans in. She just toe pokes it through, and she toe pokes it straight through the middle. The crowd goes up here. The home side puts on their first goal of the day. Imagine here at Northport Oval, Port Melbourne trying to do something about that. Saxon Jones was in and amongst it, but she just sent the ball straight up into the air, straight into the hands of Southern Saints. So again, they'll look to go wide. Dangerous kick. And at the bottom there was Bailey.
For defending 101, you don't kick across goal in your defensive 50.
It sure is, and Bailey makes no mistake about making the Southern Saints pay for that error there. She puts on the goal, and it's Port Melbourne starting potentially to make a little bit of a comeback here in the second term. So, geez, the margin will stay large, though, as Bromwich puts it through the middle. She'll score the third goal of the day for Port Melbourne.
Backline today, Burke has shown the experience that she's gained at the over the season, so well done her. Good hands that time for the Borough. Shot at goal. That is a ripper. And I'll tell you who it was in a minute. I think it might have been, it's the player running down there with the Port Melbourne jumper on.
That narrows it down to about 6.
Yeah, I'll tell you who it is. Got a 2 at the start.
But in all seriousness,
I think Ashley Richards. I'm going.
Towards the Normgos stand side flank. Hit the ground through the legs of Bowie there. Kais goes to the top of the goal square. Now, did it clear every hand? Did it get over the top of the 2 players there in Ferguson and McCullen? The umpire said it did. Well, Melissa Kais delivers here for the Borough, their first of the day. They go to 1-3-9. Collingwood 5-3-33. 7 minutes gone in the final quarter. It's a long road up the mountain, but is there just the slightest snip of life for the Borough?
Great goal, great captain's goal there from Dutchy, but considering it is Port, you wouldn't rule it out, but yeah, just the way Collingwood have been playing all day, and quite frankly the way the Port have been playing all day, it's not the easiest of tasks, let's put it that way.